Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to another video in our series on classic guitar riffs. Today we look at the beautiful acoustic guitar riff from Lily Was Here, an international hit for Candy Dulfer, one of the world's greatest alto saxophone players, and Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics, who played a beautiful acoustic guitar question and answer response type solo to Candy Dulfer's alto sax. Now we'll start by looking at the chords for this tune. There are only 3 and each chord is held for 2 bars. So E minor, A minor, B minor 7th, then back to E minor. That's the progression that goes through the entire song, with the exception right towards the end of the original recording where the sax and the guitar are freely improvising. The pattern changes a little bit. It just goes E minor to A minor and they drop the B minor 7th. But for 90% of the tune, that progression just rotates through. Now, I'm sure you know how to play an E minor chord, an A minor chord. B minor 7th may be new to you. So here's A minor in its standard format. We have to add a G to an A minor chord. So if we lift up our 3rd finger from that standard A minor grip, we get the open G string and we turn A minor into A minor 7th, which is a beautiful sounding chord. If we play A minor 7th using our 2nd and 3rd fingers and then slide that up 2 frets, closing off the 2nd fret by barring it with our index finger, we get the beautiful chord B minor 7th. Now that shape lets us play any minor 7th chord keyed off of the A string. So if we wanted to play D minor 7th, we shift up to where D occurs on the A string and we play that same shape. If we wanted to play G minor 7th, we find where G is on the 5th string and we play that shape. So it gives you a way to play all of the 12 possible minor 7th chords. However, we need B minor 7th to play the rhythm guitar for Lily Was Here. Okay, so let's look at the lead for Lily Was Here. There's really 3 different sections for the opening acoustic guitar riffs. We're going to start with the first section, which is this one. Very easy to play. We're going to play it at 80 beats a minute until we get used to it. The original recording was done at 108 beats per minute. So just be aware, this is how we're going to practice it at this speed, but that's substantially slower than you'll need to be able to play it to play along with the original recording. And I recommend you do play along with the original recording. Just type into YouTube, Candy Dulfer, Lily Was Here, original recording, or original version, and you'll find it. It was released in 1990. That's the one you're looking for. So, at 80 beats a minute, coming in on the 2nd beat, we've got this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. B, G, A, E. Okay, so let's look at that on our guitar. B is the 2nd string on the guitar, G is the 3rd. Now we let the B string ring on for the same length as the G. B, G, we don't go B, G, even though the music score will just show it as 2, like a quaver and another quaver, B to G. The original recording, Dave on guitar held the B string, B, G, and then stopped both of those and played A to E. So A on the G string 2nd fret, E on the D string 2nd fret. Now notice I'm using my index finger for all of those notes. B, G, A, E. Okay, pretty easy. The next part is somewhat similar. It goes B, G, A. Now what happens here is, again using the 1st finger, we slide from E up to F sharp. So we actually strike the D string, the 4th string, when we hit the E, and just slur or slide up to F sharp using our index finger. And then we have to play G, F sharp, E. Now notice the fingerings I use. G is open, but I had my 1st finger there. It's clumsy if we go There's no need to play the guitar using just one finger. You've actually got 4 fingers and a thumb to use on your neck. So make sure you use all of those devices where it's appropriate too. So just watch this. B, G, A, E to F sharp, then G, F sharp, E. And I'm using the 3rd finger for F sharp and the 1st for E. Let's put our metronome on. After 4, let's try and play the full first section. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's 2 bars out while the sax responds to what we've just played. 3, 4, 1. Okay, and then that all repeats. That whole section of 8 bars that we've just played is repeated. Nothing changes on the repeat. Okay, the next section of the lead takes our hand down to the 8th fret position. So if we think of our index finger, this time we're keying off the 8th fret of the guitar, not the 2nd fret of the guitar. So we slide our hand down to this part of the guitar. And the notes here are D to E, D on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. And like we did E to F sharp, we slide from D to E. Okay, so we go D to E, G, which is on our 2nd string with our index finger, high D on our 1st string, up here on the 10th fret, 3rd finger, then back to E on the 3rd string, and back to G on the 2nd string. So just watch me do this. Okay. D to E, G, D, E, G. Now there's a second part to that riff, which starts much the same. I'll just play it first of all. Okay, so what I'm doing here is D to E, G, D, E. Now this time when we hit the G with our index finger, like our slides, we strike the G but immediately slide up 2 frets to A. And then with our 3rd finger, we play B on the 12th fret. Okay, I'm going to put the metronome on, 80 beats a minute. Let's work our way through that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now 2 bars out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. Quite simple once you get it. Remember, we're at 80 beats a minute, but you need to get that up to 108 beats per minute. You'll notice that I'm putting some vibrato, wobbling the string, making the guitar sing like a saxophone does. Okay, finally now we shift our position right up to the 12th fret of the guitar. So we're basing this with our index finger located on the 12th fret of the guitar. My guitar has a cutaway on it, and I always recommend that any guitar you buy one with a cutaway, because that gives you access to the full number of frets on your guitar. If your guitar joins at the 12th fret or even the 14th fret and you don't have a cutaway, you're going to find yourself having to reach out over the front of the guitar to play this, and it just makes it harder than it needs to be. So here's the last part of the melody. Now what I'm playing there is B, G, I'm putting my little finger out on the 15th fret of the 1st string, that's high G, so B, G, G. Then on the 14th fret, using my 3rd finger on the 1st string, that's F sharp. And then it goes back to B. So B, G, G, F sharp, B. It's only got those 3 notes, B, G and F sharp, but just listen again. B, G, G, F sharp, B. Okay, then we hold and there's the 2 bars out while the saxophone answers our question that we've thrown out musically. And the final part is similar, but just watch this. Okay, so again we've got a slide at the end. We've been doing that throughout this whole solo. So here we've got B, G, G, F sharp, E, E. Now this time with our 3rd finger on the 15th fret of the 2nd string, which is the note D, we hit that D and then hit it again and slide up 2 frets to E. So, and that's Lily Was Here. Okay, at 108 beats a minute, I'll put the music score on the screen. They are the notes that we played before without the music, so get used to what those notes look like on the written music score in treble clef. If you wonder what that high G actually looks like on paper, if you look on the screen now, you can see what all of those notes you've just played actually look like in the written music. If you don't understand how to read music, I strongly recommend you put in the effort to be a good reader of music. It can save hours, days, weeks, months of your life trying to work out what someone else played, where nowadays on the internet just about anything you want to play is available in one form or another in the written music form. So after 6 count-ins, play along with me and the alto saxophone on Lily Was Here. I hope you've enjoyed working your way through the beautiful interplay between the acoustic guitar and the alto saxophone that makes up the melody of Lily Was Here. To play along with the original Candy Dulfer recording, just count out 12 bars of rests before you start playing with the music score that I've presented on the screen. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep practicing the guitar. It's a fantastic instrument that will give you a lifetime of pleasure. Bye for now.